In the heart of a bustling African town, Kumasi, nestled between the vibrant colors of the marketplace and the rhythmic sounds of life, where dreams are often crushed under the weight of despair, a beggar named Omari sits at the crossroads of fate. A mysterious stranger's encounter with a stranger changes his life forever, setting him on a journey fraught with risk, revelation, and a mysterious secret hidden in the petals of a flower. Can a single act of kindness transform a life? Follow the inspiring journey of Omari, a man who rose from begging on the streets to becoming a symbol of hope, all through the power of a simple flower. Chapter 1: Life at the Station. Omari once lived a peaceful life in the village of Ebo, where he worked as a farmer. But hard times came, his crops failed, his family suffered from illness, and he was forced to move to the city to survive. Now, he spends his days at Kumasi railway station, sitting in rags and relying on the kindness of strangers. Every day, people rush past him, rarely noticing his presence. But one evening, a man in a flowing blue robe stops in front of him. His name is Jabari, and there's something unusual about his calm eyes and gentle voice. He bends down and says, "If you want to receive something in life, you must first learn to give." Before Omari can reply, Jabari walks away, leaving behind a single white flower. Chapter 2: A New Idea. Omari stares at the white flower, its beauty standing out in the dusty, noisy station. He notices how people glance at it with surprise and even a little joy as they pass by. Jabari's words echo in his mind, and Omari starts to wonder, what if he could give something to people instead of just asking for help? The next morning, Omari uses the few coins he has saved to buy some wildflowers from a street vendor. Nervous but hopeful, he begins offering these flowers to people who stop to give him alms. "A flower for your kindness," he says quietly. To his surprise, some people smile warmly and give him more than usual. A spark of hope lights up in Omari's heart. Chapter 3: The Risks of Change. As Omari continues giving flowers, some people laugh at him, while others ignore him. But many are touched by his gesture and reward him generously. His small patch of coins begins to grow heavier, and he invests in more flowers, learning how to arrange them beautifully. However, not everyone is happy with Omari's success. A group of local thugs, led by a man named Beggar, notices Omari's growing popularity. They confront him, demanding a share of his money. Omari refuses, even though he knows it might put him in danger. This marks the start of a new challenge in his journey. Chapter 4: A Mysterious Gift. One quiet evening, as Omari tends to his small flower stall, the familiar sound of footsteps breaks the silence. Jabari, an old man who had once given him valuable advice, returns. His eyes, sharp as ever, meet Omari's. "You've done well," Jabari says with a knowing smile, his voice steady, as if he had been watching from afar all along. Omari, still troubled by the threats from Beggar, feels a surge of unease. His mind races with questions, but it's the urgency of his situation that drives him to speak. "Jabari, I need your help." Beggar is not backing down. "I don't know what to do." Jabari's gaze deepens, and with a calm yet mysterious air, he hands Omari a small pouch of seeds, their texture unfamiliar against Omari's palm. "Plant these," Jabari says softly, "they will help you. But remember, this is a path that will require trust." Without offering further explanation, Jabari turns and disappears into the bustling crowd as quickly as he had appeared. Omari watches him go, a mix of confusion and curiosity clouding his thoughts. Left standing alone, the patch of seeds now feels heavier in his hand. Omari doesn't understand, but something in Jabari's words resonates deep within him. The old man had never led him astray before. That night, with the moonlight casting its silver glow, Omari makes his decision. He walks to an abandoned plot near the station, where no one will notice. There, under the quiet sky, he plants the seeds, wondering what exactly they will bring, but knowing, somehow, that this step was necessary for what's to come. Chapter 5: The Magic of the Flowers. Within days, the seeds Omari planted sprouted into vibrant flowers, unlike anything he had ever seen. Their petals shimmered in the golden sunlight, shifting colors as though woven with light. A sweet fragrance filled the air, drifting through the village like an invisible melody, drawing curious villagers. Soon, whispers spread about the flowers' extraordinary beauty, and more people gathered to witness the spectacle. What started as a quiet corner of the village had transformed into a place of awe and wonder. Omari, too, marveled at the magical transformation. What began as a simple act of generosity had become something greater. But a question lingered in his mind: where had the seeds come from? To find out, Omari sought Nia, the village's revered herbalist. In her modest hut, surrounded by herbs and remedies, Nia examined the seeds carefully, tracing their intricate patterns with a knowing smile. "These are no ordinary seeds," she said. "They come from the legendary Garden of Heaven, a place spoken of in old tales. Only those with pure hearts and selfless intentions can receive its blessings." Omari listened in awe, but Nia's expression grew serious. "You must protect these flowers," she warned. "Their beauty is a gift, but it can also be a curse. There are those who would seek to claim them for their own, driven by greed." Omari nodded, understanding the responsibility now resting on his shoulders. What began as a blessing now carried a weight he had never anticipated. He vowed to protect the flowers, ensuring their beauty remained a gift for all. Chapter 6: Trouble in the Garden. In the quiet of the night, Beggar and his gang stealthily made their way into Omari's beautiful garden. The scent of flowers filled the air, but their intentions were anything but peaceful. "This old man thinks he can outshine us," Beggar muttered with anger in his voice. Tono, eyes sharp, scanned the surroundings. "Hurry up, no one can see us," he whispered. Malik's heart raced. "Let's tear it all down," he said with a grin, though a hint of unease lingered in his eyes. But the moment they stepped onto the soil, something extraordinary happened. A golden light began to rise from the flowers, shimmering like moonlight. A soft hum vibrated through the ground, filling the air with a strange, mesmerizing energy. The gang froze. Malik stepped back, his usual bravado faltering. "What's going on?" Tono's eyes glowed, but there was doubt in his voice. "Is this some kind of magic?" The light grew brighter, and their shadows stretched long and eerie. A warm energy pulsed from the earth, sending a shiver down their spines. Beggar clenched his fist, his voice tense. "We are leaving." Without another word, they turned and hurried away, as though nothing had happened. By morning, rumors of Omari's magical garden spread through the village. People gathered, drawn to its mystery as if it were a dream. Omari stood among his blossoms, silently smiling. He never spoke of that night, but his garden became more than just a beautiful place, it became a symbol of hope and wonder. And Beggar and his gang never dared to return. Chapter 7: The Garden of Hope. Years passed, and the once ragged beggar, Omari, was now a flourishing florist, known throughout the region for his stunning flowers and unwavering kindness. His small flower store had grown into a thriving business, with gardens blooming in many parts of the city. People came not only to buy flowers but to hear his story, a tale of resilience, generosity, and hope. One quiet afternoon, as Omari tended to his flowers, Jabari appeared once more. His presence was as calm and mysterious as the first day they met. "You've come far, Omari," Jabari said, his voice filled with pride. "The seeds I gave you were special, but the true magic came from your heart. You turned despair into hope, not just for yourself but for everyone around you." Omari, with tears in his eyes, replied, "It was your words that planted the first seed, Jabari. Without you, I might never have believed in myself." Jabari smiled. "The seeds of change are always within us, Omari. All it takes is the courage to nurture them." With those words, Zubri handed Omori one last gift, a golden flower unlike any he had ever seen. Before Omori could thank him, Zubri vanished into the crowd, just as he had years ago. Omori planted the golden flower in the heart of his largest garden. To his amazement, it grew into a tree with blossoms that glowed softly at night, drawing people from all corners of the land. The tree became a symbol of hope, its story inspiring countless others to rise above their struggles. In time, the garden was named the Garden of Hope, a place where people came to find peace and strength. At its entrance, a plaque read, "Omori's journey became a legend, proving that no matter how dark life may seem, the light of hope can always bloom, one seed, one act of giving, at a time."